McCorkle Jones. 49ers win 26-21 in New Orleans. Great game. Great game. Mac Jones did exactly what he should have done, right? Limited turnovers. He did have the fumble. That wasn't great, obviously. But I think his play overall, man, I think he played fine. I think the 49ers, obviously, they had to, Kyle Shanahan mentioned in the post-game press conference, they kind of had to adjust some things throughout the game, especially when Kyle Juszczyk went out with a concussion. Um, but I thought Mac Jones, I mean, at first he started off a little slow. Probably was just trying to get acclimated and whatnot. But man, he had a good game. I can't complain. 26 for 39. He had 279 yards and 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Obviously, again, did have the fumble, but at the end of the day, in the end, I think his play out, you kind of forget about the fumble, knowing that the 49ers won and knowing how he kind of played down the stretch and really for the rest of the game. But yeah, man, he played phenomenal. I couldn't have been more happier with how Mac Jones played today. Christian McCaffrey had 19 total touches. He had over 100 total yards in this game. He had 6 catches for 52 yards. He had the receiving touchdown, which was Mac Jones' second touchdown pass, I believe. That's always good. That's always good. Number one, when you don't have to force feed Christian McCaffrey and you're able to win, without doing that. So, yeah, I thought offense played fine overall. Jawan Jennings really kind of started to get going this game. He had 5 catches, 89 yards, and then had the touchdown catch from Mac Jones. That was like 40. It was like a 42-yard touchdown. Jones threw a perfect ball over the middle to Jennings, and Jennings took it to the crib. So I thought the offense played well. Kendrick Bourne was involved. He had 3 catches for 32 yards. So Mac Jones and him kind of picking up where they left off when they played with each other in New England. Jake Tonjes, 4 catches for 31 yards. Ricky Pearsall had 4 catches for 56 yards. So, I mean, Mac Jones did a very good job of spreading the ball out. I think that's something that stood out to me the most. He was able to get McCaffrey involved, Jennings, Pearsall, Kendrick Bourne, Jake Tonjes. He even got Luke Farrell involved. Luke Farrell had the first touchdown catch by Mac Jones. So was able to spread the ball out. Yeah, I couldn't have been more happier with how Mac Jones played. Defensively, the secondary worries me. I'm not going to lie. It's a young secondary. Yeah, they're probably only going to get better. I mean, when you have a young secondary like the 49ers have outside of Diamador Lenore and what Jason Pinnock, you're going to have, there's going to be some growing pains. But Rattler picked on Renardo Green early and often, and Renardo Green had a pretty rough game. I thought Marquise Siegel had a pretty rough game. Marquise Siegel is not as good as I thought he was in coverage. Again, I mean, I'm sure that's something that he's only going to get better at, but Siegel struggled. Renardo Green really struggled. Like I said, I mean, when you have a young secondary like the 49ers have, there will be growing pains. I would expect the 49ers secondary, the young guys, Marquise Siegel, Renardo Green, I would expect them guys to, only get better. But yeah, that really stood out to me today. Spencer Rattler was picking on Renardo Green pretty much the entire game. Renardo Green should have let up a touchdown pass or a touchdown catch to Chris Olave early in the game. Chris Olave tripped or something. He tripped like 3 times during this game. Olave somehow tripped, and he ended up not catching the ball that Spencer Rattler threw to him. But Renardo Green got cooked on that. So yeah, Renardo wasn't that good this game. but it is what it is. The 49ers got the win. I'd be lying if I wasn't, concerned about this secondary moving forward. Especially when they play, better teams down the road, like the Rams. The Rams have a freaking gauntlet wide receiver duo with Puka Nakua and Devontae Adams, and I would be worried going into that game with Renardo Green being the starting cornerback. Um, Standouts on defense, though, man. Upton Stout, phenomenal game. There were a few errors that he had, um, but I thought Upton Stout played phenomenally. He had the sack on Spencer Rattler. He just flies all over the field. I thought Upton Stout was one of the better players on defense today for the Niners. He had 4 total tackles. Again, he had that sack. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Upton Stout again. I mean, there's growing pains with Upton Stout too, but I think overall, as the Niners play more games and as they kind of get deeper into the year, these guys should only get better. I'm not expecting these rookie and these young defensive backs to ball out, immediately. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of expecting growing pains, but at the end of the day, they're just going to have to continue to get better, watch the film, and improve. I mean, that's really the only thing you can do. Bryce Huff, Bryce Huff, man, way to end it there at the end. I mean, him to have that strip sack there at the end. He reminds me a lot of D Ford. D Ford was a very speedy rusher, could get to the quarterback, wrecked havoc when he was healthy. Bryce Huff reminds me a lot of D Ford. The 49ers haven't had a speed rusher like D Ford since they lost D Ford. They've kind of been in this weird time where they're trying to figure out that replacement. I think they may have figured it out with Bryce Huff. I mean, he is phenomenal. The way he rushes the quarterback is just super lightning quick off the edge. He's got a very quick first step. Um, yeah, I mean, I understand and I completely get why Robert Saleh wanted to bring him over from the Philadelphia Eagles after coaching him on the Jets. Very good game from him. I thought Michael Williams played extremely well today as well. He had a couple tackles in the backfield. One thing with Michael Williams that sticks out to me is his ability to defend the run. He's a phenomenal run defender, and that is exactly what the 49ers need opposite of Nick Bosa. Was very, very intrigued from what I seen today from Michael Williams. Again, that's another young guy that's only going to continue to get better as he continues to play in these games and as the season progresses. But yeah, I mean, he's one of the guys on defense, along with Upton Stout that really stood out, and that's a good thing. I mean, those are two rookies, Upton Stout and Michael Williams. Um, yeah, Michael, phenomenal run defender. Another guy that's only going to continue to get better. And then Nick Bosa obviously had the sack. That's his second sack in 2 weeks. He had the sack last week against the Seattle Seahawks. So I thought the defense played okay. I don't think they played as good as they played last week, but I think what killed the defense a lot were penalties. Penalties that were third down penalties that just kept the drives going for the New Orleans Saints. I mean, obviously they're gonna have to clean up some of that, and they will. Robert Saleh is a very disciplined defensive coordinator. He preaches that with it for or to his defense. So got to clean up the middle layers, offensively and defensively. But I thought overall, it was a pretty good game from the Niners. I mean, I didn't expect them to go in there and beat the brakes off of the Saints. It probably shouldn't have been as close as it was, but at the end of the day, a win's a win. That's a very big win for the Niners. I mean, for them to go in there with their quarterback two and Mac Jones, and for him to play as well as he did, it gives me confidence that this team can be fine, no matter how long Brock Purdy's out. Now, this next game against the Arizona Cardinals, I think it's gonna be a much tougher test. I think not having Brock Purdy next week is it's gonna hurt, but if Mac Jones can play like he did today, I don't see why the 49ers couldn't win that game either. If Mac Jones can go into next week, obviously speaking as in Brock Purdy not playing again next week, because I don't think he will. I mean, obviously, I think he's like I talked about in my preview video, he's recovering at a much quicker rate than expected, which is good. But at the same time, I don't think Purdy plays next week versus Arizona. I think Purdy will come back following the Arizona game. But yeah, I mean, if Mac Jones can go in there next week against the Cardinals, and as long as he can beat the Cardinals, that's the home opener, by the way, too. They play Arizona at home. But if he can play like he did today, I don't see why the 49ers couldn't beat the Cardinals either. I think it's going to be a much tougher test, though. The Cardinals will be. It's a divisional game. The Cardinals are just simply a better team than the Saints. So it's definitely going to be a tougher test. But I was pleased with how Mac Jones played today. So big win. Moving on to Arizona. Obviously, let me know your guys' thoughts on this win in the comments down below. Eddie Pinero, almost forgot to talk about him. He's automatic from inside 50 yards. You obviously don't want to see him miss that extra point. That was his first attempt as a 49er, and he missed it. So you obviously don't like to see that. But I think overall, man, Eddie Pinero made up for it with making those kicks there. The 46-yarder and the 44-yarder he had. So can't be mad at that. Yeah, as always, go Niners. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this game in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.